Welcome back to Building Wisconsin. We're following along a housing preservation project in the heart of downtown Milwaukee to learn why projects like this are so vital to our community. Now let's catch up with Master Plumber Jason Olson to learn more about the plumbing that goes into a project of this magnitude. Hey Jason, I was just talking to Mark and he was giving us an overview on this project. Again, a big renovation in downtown Milwaukee. It's going to be great when it's completed, but you know, just judging by this room alone, you have a lot of work to do. And my first question to you is, 1928 this was built. How do you begin a project like this? You have 34 units to complete and you have no clue of what's behind the walls.
This is where we start. This is a demo part of our project. We take all the old fixtures out, walls are taken down, see what we have behind these walls, and then we make our plan from there.
Would you consider it challenging, to say the least?
Challenging and very interesting.
Really, I suppose you never know what you're going to encounter, so every day is a new day.
It is, and every unit's a new unit, every wall is a new wall.
Really, so they're not two units. I'm looking around, I assume this is pretty typical?
Typical, but not typical. There really is no typical unit in this building.
So typical in footprint and their size, but not necessarily what you're uncovering and what the end result's going to look like.
Correct.
So the guys come in, you obviously have somebody demo it. So they remove the walls, you're looking at the old construction, you're looking at all this old plumbing. I expect to see plumbing fixtures from 1928, but hey, here's some copper in here. That isn't from 1928.
It's not, and it's every technology that has come along from 1928 until the present day that has been put in these units, either through maintenance, small renovations, through the time. It's pretty impressive.
So fair to say it's a great case in point of when we talk about a journey worker passing on their years of experience to the apprentice. That's how you keep a trade going.
It is. 50% of what we do is experience and being able to draw from the knowledge of the people that came before us.
Well, I'm dying to see how this process evolves. Can we move on down the hallway, see one in the next phase?
Sure. We came from the demo stage. What we have now is the rough stage of the process. We installed the new PVC venting, PVC drain lines, and the new copper supply lines.
You know, I just can't say it enough. I love looking at what it looks like behind the walls. Most of us never get a chance to see what it looks like in new construction, yet alone in something from 1928. And something that strikes me is that even though it's that old, the theory of plumbing is still the same. You have supply lines and you need waste lines. And I see how it's tied into the, looks like galvanized piping for the venting. It looks like it's tied into the cast iron here. Is that a challenge, melding the new with the old?
It is, but we've done it hundreds of times before. It draws on our experience on how to best retrofit the piping.
How important are the codes? I mean, you're dealing with codes. Mark mentioned that you have inspectors out here. Obviously, you have to bring it up to code. Is it challenging from the plumbing aspects?
It is. Something that was not in the code in 1928 is probably in the code today. Anything that we touch, anything that we see, we do have to bring up to the 2013 plumbing code.
Makes sense. Now, as I look up here, kind of a dead-end PVC. It's just cut off. What's going to happen there?
What we have here is a 2-inch drain line for a shower that is from the unit up above us. This will be connected underneath the floor to what we call a P-trap for that drain of the shower.
Okay, I see that it's hung below the joist, so you're going to lower the ceiling a little bit, maybe hang a ceiling on there so you can get all your supply lines in there and waste lines?
That is correct, Stu. That will be a drop ceiling that we will have access to later.
Okay, so that pretty much sums up the rough stage, gives us an example of some of the products that you're encountering. Let's head on down the line, see how it's moving along.
Stu, as we were talking about the challenges that we run into in trying to bring everything up to code, we have a perfect example here. This is a Lightchase from the original construction. These are our new water heater vents. This was the best location for these to go up and out the roof.
And of course, a lightway is, in the old world, they used to just have a chase all the way from the roof all the way down, just for that reason, to let natural light in. Is that correct?
That's correct. If you look behind here, you can see the actual bathroom windows that the light would come through.
And so in any of the units' bathrooms previously, they'd have a glass window there. It would let the light in, give the feeling of natural daylight.
That's correct.
Well, I'm anxious to see the basement where these are coming from. I bet that's pretty interesting.
Very interesting.
Let's get out and take a look.